All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, as I Craft Chest here, and today I have a few things that I want to go over, a lot of different topics. So this right here is more so me just going over some questions that's been asked of me, some topics that people want me to go over, and some personal matters that I want to throw out there to everybody that we're going to be hopefully getting some participation in here in the next week or so. I really wish people would have participated in the last campaign that I ran because it was awesome, but nobody participated, so nobody got a free video card. Yeah, there you go. So we got that going on as well. But let me start off this vidcast, if you will, and I'm going to let everybody know. I know there's a lot of new viewers that click on it, click off because they're not used to someone who's kind of old schooling it and just talking to you about different subjects. I do get on tangents, so don't be surprised. This probably will be a 20 to 30 minute video, so you might want to put it on your phone and put it on audio only and just listen to it. All right, it may be shorter, I don't know. I'm just pre-warning you before we get into it. But let's go ahead and get into it because I want to cover Diablo. I want to cover Diablo 3. I want to cover a little bit about Path of Exile right now, but I mainly want to just touch on that because I'm hopefully going to do either a vidcast or podcast with a couple of people's, get together with them and get their input at the current state of the game as far as Path of Exile is concerned, and then I'm going to go over my personal campaign that I'm going to be running, especially this next couple of weeks is going to be crucial. That I have community support on this, or else. That's it, or else. For me, anyway, not for you. All right, so let's start off with a question / wanting to know my opinion about the new Diablo game that could be possibly in the works from Blizzard. And I will say this about this. I've been reading up on it, and it seems to be a lot of repeat information. Of course, Blizzard is the most secretive company in existence when it comes to making sure that things don't get leaked, making sure that they keep everything as secretive as possible. And if we remember way back, we get those little snippets, and I even made videos on this about the splash and how we enhanced the visual on it. And you can see the, different faces, and then you have people coming back talking about people just automatically want to see a face that's not really there, and and look what it ended up being. I think is my exact words whenever we did get the announcement of Diablo 3. So that said, with the new Diablo game, let's wait till BlizzCon. That's all I can say about that, because Blizzard, although they do make some of the best games from back in the day, it has really honestly been a disappointment to the content that they've brought out to us. And yes, I'm including, maybe not Hearthstone. Hearthstone's probably, in my opinion, should be the most successful just for the genre that it is. Of course, you got to have the stacked deck for that. But Heroes of the Storm flopped. All right, let's just put it out there. It's not doing what they said it was going to do. Overwatch is overhyped, in my opinion. And Diablo 3 is just plain out not getting any content at all. And the question that I got from Glacia, a.k.a. Matt, says, also talk about why you didn't get into Diablo 3. Well, I did get into Diablo 3. I didn't stream it much. I didn't make many videos on it. And here's the reason. Once I actually got to understanding how the game works, you have, and especially now, you have the option of going through the storyline, and there's certain achievements to where you can get, pets and what have you, going to a certain level before you go to rifts and greater rifts, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, the reason why I didn't stick with it like I wanted to is because it's not my type of grind. And the reason why I say it's too, or don't say that it's too grindy, is there's not a game in existence out there that is not some sort of grind. And I find it funny that people bring that up a lot about games. Oh, you got to grind too much. Oh, you got to grind this. Oh, you got to grind. Games are a grind. That's what they are. Okay, no matter if it's an action RPG, no matter if it's, an MMO action RPG, Peggle, it is some type of grind to it to get whatever the end means is, whatever gear or achievement or challenges or, whatever, freebies in the game, the glory and, just the overall, hey, I am good at this game. You have to grind, okay, no matter what game it is. But Diablo 3 is not my type of grind. As a matter of fact, it got to the point where whenever I tried to actually get into Diablo 3 and stick with it, it made me sleepy. So that was the thing, and it was not a joke. It got to the point where if I needed to find something, if I was having trouble falling asleep, I would load up Diablo 3, play it for about an hour, and I'd be just as sleepy as everything. I'd go to bed. Turn the PC off and go to bed. Like immediately. I don't know what it is. But Diablo 3 makes me sleepy. It was exciting when it came out. It was exciting for the first couple of years. It was exciting past the auction house. But somewhere down the line, it just lost its essence. Mainly because, in my opinion, the content wasn't there. The Necromancer was not the answer. I don't know anybody. I may be wrong. Maybe I do know somebody, but I don't know anybody personally, to my knowledge, who actually bought the Necro Pack and played through the Necro Pack. I think there was one person. I don't even know who that was. Might have been JP or Guntoad. I don't know. One of those two people bought the Necro Pack and actually did a playthrough with that, but that's about it. I don't know if there's any certain storyline or dialogue that he has. I couldn't tell you. But that's the main reason why I did not stick with Diablo 3, is content. It just got boring. It got to be a sleep fest. All right. And like I said, the new game that's coming out, I have no clue. I don't want to speculate on it. We'll wait till BlizzCon happens. Same answer as I gave for Diablo 3 before its announcement. Now let's talk about Path of Exile, and then we're going to roll into my campaign that I'm going to be running here, and I have been running one. I haven't really pushed it like I probably should. Shameless self-promotion like a lot of people do. But I will get into it farther because I'm at a crucial point in my personal life right now, and I need the support. So we're going to touch on that probably in depth here in just a moment. Let's talk about Path of Exile for a moment, because this will answer Matt's question about why I didn't stay with Diablo 3. And the reason why, this wasn't part of his statement, by the way, but I've had this come up about why I play one and not the other. Path of Exile, although I've picked it up and put it down many times, Path of Exile has me compelled to play it because of the ever-changing content and addition of content that Grinding Gear Games brings to the table. Now, we have gone through some growing pains with Path of Exile. If everybody recalls way back in the day where the desync was horrible and they had codes you typed in, and, I was there, okay? I was there. I was playing the game whenever Act 3 was it, and I looked at my actual supporter pack. The first one I was able to get was the open beta supporter pack, which was 2013, I think it was. So I've been playing that long at least. I know it's been before that because I'm wanting to say we got into closed beta for a brief time. And then in 2013 is when we actually started playing. So we've been playing a game for a minute. All right, at least 5 years. Picking it up, putting it down, going through all the expansions, going through all the resets, going through all the skill trees, etc., etc. And I've always enjoyed coming back to it. Now, that said, it does make me have a rage fest sometimes whenever the game doesn't perform like it should. And I think that one of the things that I have a frustration with Path of Exile is that they are all about MTX, okay? They are all about supporter packs, and I get it. That's your model. That's what you're all about, pay for convenience as far as stash tabs. I get it. I respect that because that is the best model that there is in a game in the world right now, period, the end. Their model should be emulated through other games. And other games could learn a lot by grinding your games. But it frustrates me so much that they will spend all the time and money and effort on all of that. But yet, and I read these things, maybe I missed it. If somebody knows, send me a link, send me a DM on Twitter, come to my stream and set me straight. Rarely do they ever talk about server stability, server upgrades, engine upgrades, engine reworks, coding reworks. Now, when the Act 5 through 10 came out, yes, they talked about it. Then it went away. All right, now we're getting to the point where they're adding more content to the game, and we're starting to see that funky lag spike. Last night was horrible after the patch that they reworked the sulfur and all this stuff. Now, if you don't know what Delve is and you haven't played it, you're not going to know what I'm talking about, so I'm not even going to talk about it. But after this most recent patch, the lag was horrible. And I had people come into my stream and telling me, because I was getting frustrated with it, very frustrated, because I was rubber banding, skills wasn't popping, potions wasn't popping. And I know people think I'm joking and just, funny raging over the stuff. No. Whenever I know when I'm looking, I look down and I'm looking, I peek and making sure I'm hitting these buttons and nothing happens. That frustrates, and that's any game when that goes down. Sometimes it's my fault, but they were telling me that there was another streamer that has 4 times the viewers that I have, maybe 20 times, I don't know. He actually stopped streaming. He just got so frustrated with it. He says, I can't, the game's unplayable. I'll see you guys later. Click. And he just rage quit and got off of there. And that's one of the big timer, the partners. So it was bad. It wasn't just me. So that's one thing that I don't like about it. And it's not constant. I don't want everybody to say, oh man, I ain't playing that. That game's all the time. It's recently, especially since Delve. 2 leagues ago, the reason I didn't play is, to me, it was unplayable. I don't know if it was my internet or them, handshakes, all that. Don't know. But they go through these times and periods and expansions and these leagues to where it is horrible. And yes, I know the latency has a lot to do with it, with people resetting instances and bots this and farming the geyser and all this down, resetting. And I know all that takes a toll. But there comes a point in time where grinding your games, it's going to be their responsibility and should be to sit back and go, look, you know what? We got a problem with this. Because sitting at their place, they're at the home server in New Zealand. They don't see these problems. But overseas, wherever we're on these other servers, whether it's the Dallas, Ohio, Virginia servers, you pick whichever one with the lowest latency to it, and hopefully it's good. Sometimes you can't do that, and you got to hop on a server that's got a little bit higher ping, but it's more stable, and I understand this. But the service itself, and as far as, combating the aforementioned reset and all this other stuff, there's got to be something that can be done about that. For the most part, I would say that the game is stable 75% of the time. But it's that 25% of the time, it seems, that you're always doing something important, something that you want to do. And that's the time that Murphy Lag likes to come out and say, oh, you're having a good time. Oh, you're trying to farm? What? No, hell no. Here you go. Take some rubber band. Oh, what? Take some freeze. Oh, let's just freeze the game up. All right, now, speed up and catch up. Yeah, oh, man, that's funny. And Murphy Lag sits back and laughs his ass off about that. Like last night. That was horrible, dude. I was like, I was frustrated at the game. And I don't like being like that. I really don't, especially on stream. I don't like being like that. But I powered through it. And we made it. We got through it. And we survived, brothers. All right, so anyway, let's move on. So other than that, though, Path of Exile, let's get back on topic. Because like I said, I tangent sometimes, and that was a long one right there. It's got my type of grind, okay? I don't mind grinding that game because of the addition of content and knowing what it has to offer it in-game. Knowing that you can farm better and better and better gear, min-maxing your character, and then you come up with an idea and going, whoa, let's do this, and then you make another character. The one thing that I hope in the future that people or that grinding to your games does is come up with a way to not have, especially for those of us who have gone through the content numerous times. Act 1 through 10, Act 1 through 10. Finish the game, finish the game. It needs to be put to where if you have finished the game XYZ amount of time and you've been playing it, to where you don't have to go through that content anymore to actually progress, to get the maps and all that. That's one thing that a lot of people have stressed an opinion about, because it takes 6 to 8 hours for an average player, a good player, to actually go through the content. It may take about that long. Back in the day, I'm thinking with Diablo 2, and yes, there are power leveling. Before anybody says it, there is now power leveling, but I dare not do it, because that'll be the day they go patch and it's no longer a thing. Maybe they're going to leave it. I have no clue. But you can power level in Path of Exile now using Delve. Okay, now whether it's going to be like that and Delve becomes core to the game, I don't know. I think it will become core. Rumor says that it's going to become core in December. But they're going to work it out and use this as a live test, world test on Delve to see what they need to do to actually make it work as a league, and then add it in as a core at a later time. Of course, in 3 months it will be December, and I guess it will become core then. Yeah, so there you go. And that's the reason why I like Path of Exile. That's it. That's why I like it. It's ever changing, it's ever challenging, it's ever frustrating, and it's just got it all. It's an emotional roller coaster that you look for in a game. When things are going good and you're clicking, you can't put the game down. All right? When the game is trying to beat you, because in Path of Exile, it's not a matter of if you will die. It's a matter of when you will die in Path of Exile. Whether it's softcore, solo self-found, hardcore, no matter what it is, it's just a matter of time. All right? And then again, you may make a Jesus character and, never die. I don't know. So there you go. That's why I like Path of Exile. All right. And ending this video, I guess, let's talk about a campaign that I've been running on my stream. As everybody may or may not know, you may not have seen it in the last video, September is subathon, or September, for gifting subs for $1 over on twitch.tv. My sub counts went from spiking up to about 40. It was at 38, had a couple more come in, I dropped a couple, so we were just at the 40 mark for the past couple of months, and we were getting a sub every single day, at least one every single day for like 2 weeks in a row. Bits were coming in, just support galore, and then all of a sudden, it's like, and I say school started because it had to be school, work, college that had something to do with this. Poof, everybody went away, and now I'm back down to like 6 subscribers. And it's kind of crazy that you make so much momentum and then it just goes away. On top of that, I've been running a every single week campaign of monetary donations coming into the stream, and the support from the community has been good, but the support that I've been getting in has also been kind of dry. Like I said, since July, it's been almost non-existent. And a lot of you may or may not know or even realize that I have been unemployed since last December because I got laid off my job because my store closed. All right, the store that I was at had a failed lease agreement. They sold the lease to Old Navy. All right, I can say that now because the store is open. I wasn't able to say it back whenever I was trying to explain it. So our building, our lease got sold to Old Navy. After that, I took a severance, which was not as much as they said it was going to be. They closed the store a month early, so I lost my PTO that I was going to take, and I lost a month of pay plus 20% that was supposed to be tacked on to the severance, and yada, 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 yakety smack. We moved fast forward into March and April. I did file for unemployment and got some unemployment, but since I have been running straight up off of full-time streaming for the most part, and donations, subscriptions, and bits coming in from the Twitch payments, which, you don't get paid but every 45 days. And we're coming to that point right now where the donations really need to come in. And I mean, I know people are going to say, man, you begging? Yeah, I'm begging. All right, I need support from the community right now because I'm at a crucial point to where I've had 3 interviews in the past month. I've got a job offer-ish here recently this week, and I'm just waiting on word coming up into this next week, whether or not it's a green light or no, as far as that's concerned. So my bills for this month going into October are going to be crucial, that I gather enough fundage to actually cover that, plus my rent, plus food expenditures, fish, cat, me, as far as sustaining there, and just, just everyday life stuff. And I don't splurge. The only splurge I get, y'all might see me post a picture of a DiGiorno's pizza or something like that. That's my splurge. I don't go out to the casinos and eat sushi because, nothing makes me chuckle more than, and this has happened before. I laugh every time this guy talks about how much his donations means to him because it's a hard time. There's a guy who's going through the same spill. The next day, he's sitting at, you could see, like this candelabra sushi place with this gigantic platter of rows of sushi, just everything that you can imagine. At the same time, this dude talking broke. Dude, when I say I'm broke, I'm eating ramen noodles and cooking rice with it to make it stretch. That's how it is whenever I say it. I mean it whenever I say it. You guys know I don't pull no punches. If I need support, I'll reach out to the community, and the community's always, help me out in those times of need. And this is one of those times right now because I'm at that pivot point of even if I get a job, I'm going to need a little push for the next month to be able to make it into getting these paychecks coming in. And it's not that I'm absolutely flat ass broke. I do have a little income coming, but it's barely covering the cost of just the utilities. All right, it's not even covering, expenditure. So what I do as far as full-time streaming is concerned is no different than the other thousands upon thousands of people out there that rely on the same support. All right, because I know there was one guy come in my stream last night. He thought it was funny that I had, a donation goal of $140 for my electric bill. I had $30 of a $140 goal, and I still do because nobody donated anything here recently. I don't expect it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But it's there. And he laughed. He was like, what is that? I was like, dude, you ought to see some of the other streamers. They'll have stuff up there for fish tanks and headsets and graphics cards and, the dentist payment, a doctor's appointment. It's like GoFundMe around here. You know what I mean? And he goes, oh, I wasn't trying to say. I was like, yo, I wasn't taking no offense to it, but it's like, I'm not the only one. And whenever some people see like, well, oh, Crafter, you're the only one doing it. No, I'm not. You don't watch enough streamers if that's the deal. So we're all doing this for the same reason. We want to live the dream. We want to live the Dan's Game dream, baby. All right, I want to be Dan's Game. I want to be Dr. Disregard. I want to be Samurai or whatever his name is up there, I want to be Blade Bouquet. I want to be Ocular. I want to be all these people, man. I want to live the dream. But at the same time, reality strikes, and you got to have a job to back up for supplemental income. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm in the works. I have some possibilities, but this next month is crucial that I have the fundage to pay the bills, just to keep the lights on and the internet and my telephone and the food and gas in my car, So that's why I'm putting this at the end of this. Hopefully you made it in this far. I will put the link to my stream down here below. I will put the link to my Streamlabs donation, and that'll go directly to my PayPal. I do have my PayPal linked directly to a card that I put it on, and you have my word, all right? And the Craft Chest word is golden to everybody out there. You have my word that it will go 100% to nothing but utilities, nothing but rent and food. That's it. No splurging, no fast food, nothing. Because right now, I ain't got time for that. All right? Right now, I ain't got the money for it. And me, personally, I can make $1 stretch a week if I have to, and have done that here in the past couple of months. I made $10 stretch 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I think it was. Whew, man, that was hard. But we made it through it. All right? So with your help, we're going to make it through this and get back into the employment sector. And mind you, it may be the same company I used to work for. All right? We'll see, though. Hopefully, it's going to work out. Hopefully, I get back into that. And we'll continue to, whenever we can, bring content here. Most of my content's over on twitch.tv. CraftChest_MMO is the channel over there. Plus, I'll put the link down here below. And ladies and gentlemen, I really, really deeply appreciate all of you out there for your for your support, no matter if it's just viewing me, you know, subbing, gifting a sub, the bits, monetary donations. All of it means so much to me. And you just being there is the number one thing above all that means so much to me and what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. It's a craft of the mind, everybody. Go out there and have some fun. And, hey, stop by the stream. Just say hello. Woo! Thank you.